Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Taurus, June 26, 2025. There can be worries, guilt, and vagueness interfering with your productivity in spots today. If you've been spending too much time in the world of the mind or with others at the expense of your need for downtime, you'll feel the pull of your emotional and spiritual needs today. There may be an initial feeling of discontent, disappointment, or confusion, and it's essential to keep your expectations of others and situations in check. Depend. On others to make you happy is a gamble at best, but with a strong emphasis in your house of relationships these days, it's important to seek out their company. The trick is to enjoy your connections but look within for sustenance, taking full responsibility for your actions and reactions. As the day advances, there is some tendency to dwell on matters with no immediate resolution. However, it's probably better to focus on those things you can control and work on problems one step at a time. Try not to let worry about your resources or means take over your day or detract from the enjoyment of other life departments. Everyone will feel on edge and cranky today. This is because the mighty sun across the sky from you and your solar will clash in a sharp square with the ruler of the deep, Neptune. This meeting of fire and water can be particularly challenging. Beware of confusion, deception, insecurity, and conflict everywhere you turn, especially around where you and your sweetheart stand. On a commitment or long-term plan. Spend some time meditating and digging deeply into your heart rather than engaging with others today. You'll soon be freed of the darkness. You might see some minor eccentricities in your business dealings, and these quirks could be clues to something bigger. Follow the threads until you find the knot that ties it all together. Giving up is certainly not your style, but since you associate living with constant activity, you don't always know how to react to a lull. If there is something or someone in your life that isn't producing the kind of energy you expect, give it some time before you decide what you think. For instance, if you can't motivate yourself to get exercise for a day or two, does this mean that you are not exercising anymore? No. Practice being patient with yourself and others. Make the time to go out and enjoy life in whatever way possible. You need to be able to stop every once in a while, and take care of yourself. With a day like this happening, you might want to make sure to give equal footing to both the large picture and the details in your life. Spending too much time focused on just one part blurs the rest of the image. A break from it all can bring clarity. Go have some fun. As the moon leaves a playful and creative part of your chart and returns to your busy work sector, there is no danger of life suddenly becoming all work and no play, but in 2 weeks this could be the case. It is just as the moon leaves a full and creative part of your chart that Venus will move into her final 12 days and Uranus his final 2 weeks here, something that in 14 days will, for the first time in 6 years, end all planetary activity here. 2 days after the sun left your work sector, the moon returns for a chance to check in and regroup, but also to prepare for Venus and Uranus return and the start of a second and even bigger wave. Before leaving and wrapping up its only visit to your romantic sector while Venus, the planet of love, is here, the moon is spending its final hours at a friendly aspect to the south node in an adventurous part of your chart. Having spent its early hours at a friendly aspect to Mars there when it returned 2 days ago, the moon's short monthly visit ends by bringing the spirit of romance and adventure together. Taurus, comfort doesn't always mean safety. Challenge invites expansion. Quote of the day: the familiar isn't always your future. Color: moss green, natural, growing, alive. Lucky numbers: 3, 6, 18. Something will feel slightly out of place today. Lean into that. A new path could be opening through discomfort. Our eyes in the sky. For June 26, 2025, the energy moves like a quiet current beneath the surface, persistent, transformative, and surprisingly revealing. The cards that step forward today are the Hermit, 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and Judgment. Together, they form a powerful message about internal growth, emotional clarity, and preparing for a turning point. We begin with the Hermit, a figure often misunderstood as solitary or withdrawn, when in truth, this card speaks of conscious retreat, a sacred pause to listen to your own wisdom without the noise of outside influence. Today might not demand loud action or quick answers. Instead, it invites you to create a little space. Whether it's a few minutes in nature, a journal entry by candlelight, or simply switching your phone off for a bit, the Hermit urges you to be with yourself. Ask, what truth have I been too busy to hear? Then comes the Three of Wands, and here the energy shifts. This card is about looking ahead with vision and trust, an encouraging sign that something you've set in motion is starting to grow, even if you don't see the full results yet. Maybe it's that effort you put into a relationship, a job application, a personal goal. The Three of Wands says, keep going. Momentum is building, and your patience is not in vain. Don't underestimate the power of showing up, even when it feels like no one's clapping yet. The Queen of Cups brings us deeper into the emotional current of the day. She's calm, compassionate, intuitive, a reminder that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's about listening, holding space, and choosing softness in a world that rewards urgency. Today, you might feel especially in tune with others or even find yourself absorbing more than usual. Protect your energy, but don't close off. The Queen teaches us that vulnerability is a form of wisdom, and empathy, when directed inward as well as outward, heals. The Eight of Pentacles grounds everything. It's a beautiful sign of mastery and progress, the kind that grows slowly, with repetition, care, and quiet determination. There's something in your life right now that benefits from your consistent presence. Maybe it's your craft, your health, your healing, or your spiritual path. This card whispers, keep showing up. Your dedication matters. This is the part of the journey that others might not see, but it's where the real work happens. The roots you're planting are strong. And then Judgment. A call to risk. A moment when we are asked to step into a clearer version of ourselves. This card doesn't demand perfection, it asks for honesty. Where have you outgrown your old patterns? What parts of you are ready to be reclaimed, forgiven, or finally expressed? Judgment is like hearing your future self calling from just ahead, reminding you, you're not too late. You're just in time to choose again. Altogether, this reading invites you to blend reflection with purpose, sensitivity with action, and solitude with growth. Today isn't about flashy outcomes, it's about internal clarity, soulful alignment, and the quiet but powerful steps that move you toward your next chapter. So take a deep breath. Reflect on where you've been, and gently honor where you are. What is quietly calling you forward? And what story are you ready to rewrite? If this reading stirred something in you today, I encourage you to share a piece of it, maybe a personal reflection or a lesson you're carrying into the day. Your GHT could be the mirror someone else needs.